I just want to say part of the perfect storm that's hitting these seniors right now, Mr. Chairman, is from the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974 that revisited in 2006. The implementation of this went in practice in 2008. The year you raised 2 meals, the board raised 2 meals, is the year these people's increases stopped. They haven't had one since because everybody out here now is scrambling to go from 70% vested or funded to 80% funded. So there aren't going to be any more increases for these seniors for several more years to come yet. That's part of it. We're looking at revenues going down this year, and I'm going to put it to you the way that your fathers would put it to you. You are eating your seed corn. The higher you raise the millage rate now, the less revenues are going to be because people have less money to spend on consumables. This means that your ad valorums are going to go down, your SPLOST dollars are going to go down, and you're going to try to get it out of people who can't afford to pay. We've been fortunate so far to only have about a 2% foreclosure rate in Haralson County. Colvin County's hit 11%, Douglas County's at 12%, Carroll County's around 9%. And if you raise this up, this is going to, the banks that people have loans with, it may just be $30 a month coming to the school board. I mean, $30 a year coming to the school board. But it's $30 a month going into the escrow. This is what really hurts people when you raise these taxes like this and keep them going up. We still say that there's room to cut in this budget. If we look at it, there's a lot of room to cut on it. And I'd like to use Peach County as a model. Peach County High School runs student-teacher ratios of 18 to 1. Their junior highs are running the same ratios. Also, their middle schools, their elementary schools are running 16 to 1 ratios. This is a very responsible student-teacher ratio in an education system, and they get decent results. I like Peach County because we explored them and we looked at them. We know about their 4-day school week and the success they've had with it, and I think they're a good model for this board to look at to pattern themselves after to keep from raising people's taxes and return something to a positive manner that's equitable for taxpayers and also will not damage and hurt our children coming up in this county. Because right now, we're not doing this for children. We're doing this to children. You're raising these tax rates up, and believe me, my son just graduated from West Georgia. By the way, at $2,000 less a year than it takes to educate a child in a Haralson County school system. And he could not wait to get out of Haralson County. This is why our age keeps going up, up, up. Our age right now, according to the Census Bureau, is 36 years old, and it's going to get older because these young people, they're not going to be looking to try to buy homes here and settle here. They're going to be getting out of this county as fast as they graduate, get out of college and go someplace else. We got to try to get this back into some kind of common sense value on this thing. Like Linda said, the times are hard right now. What are we going to do? Are we going to raise a $500,000 this year? Then next year, they're going to pass the cap and trade this fall, and you're going to be paying 2 to 3 times more for energy costs. You're going to be capped out on your max on 20 meals here very soon. If this happens, and then you'll still have to make these adjustments that we're talking about at the school board. Why not go ahead and be responsible and citizens of Haralson County? Go ahead and get the ratios adjusted to where they should be, and let's actually make this a board of distinction. That's all I have to say.
I attended the other previous meetings of the board here on this increase here. And I must say it's a disappointment because the first meeting we had 1 board member attend. In the second board meeting we had 1.5. One came in late, one came in full time. If we look again at the most important meeting, the one tonight, we're going to make a decision. The input from new people is important in the decision. We have 3 empty seats tonight. This, to me, quite frankly, shows a real lack of respect for the voters.
Yes.
They just aren't interested in your problems, and they're going to go ahead and succeed in the tax. I would ask, though, if they want to follow the will of the people, I think in Haralson County, I would be hard-pressed to find anybody in the county that's for increasing the millage rate. The majority of the people that against the millage rate seem like they ought to follow the will of the people and vote against this millage increase and tax increase. Thank you.
Right.
Kenneth Williams,
Yeah, he just addressed what I was fixing to say about the board members. The people elected, put them in office, and look where they're at. They're not representing the people. Richard, you know you were the only one here first meeting. And then Don came in late on the second meeting. My opinion is they're not interested in the citizens of Haralson County if they can't show to be up here listening to what the people's got to say.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I understand that the contract was renewed this past week with the superintendent. I hope y'all took into consideration of this tight budget when you brought him back on board, that you didn't give him a big raise. I hope you took that into consideration. Remember the first meeting, I said you should start at the top and come all the way to the bottom and take percentage basis.
Yeah.
And that would equal it out and be just as fair for the low-paid job as it would for the high-paid job. Another thing's done been addressed about the Alabama students coming in here. They need to pay the full amount. I don't care if it's a teacher or student and she's coming out of Alabama, or he's coming out of Alabama. They should have to pay the same amount as every student that it takes to educate that child.
That's right.
And another thing is, I brought up in one of the other meetings, the school bus situation. That really needs to be checked out. I don't know if the person's retired or not, but there's one bus I know, if they ain't retired this year, is going into Alabama, making 4 trips a day. And to me, that should be, you should start parking these buses at the school, and who's driving that bus drives to that school. If that's where their route starts, start right there. Don't start driving these buses all day. You imagine what it costs us to operate a bus. It's expensive. And I ask you to not increase the taxes. Thank you.
Amen.